So I'm a boot review channel, and I'm about to open this very small box. G'day, welcome back to Bootlosophy, my boot review channel, and if we haven't met, my name is Tech. I'm filming on Wajak country, Kaliko Wajak Nungabuja. So, as I said, I'm a boot review channel. So what the hell am I doing with this very small box? You reckon a pair of boots might fit into it? Well, it's not a pair of boots. But I'll tell you why I'm opening this box and why I'm going to review this, what's in it, in a little while, in a few weeks' time. And the reason for that is because this box comes from Crown Northampton in the UK. Now, boot nerds will remember that name, Crown Northampton. So let's take a look at what's inside. So let's open this up and see what's in it. Simple DHL box. And you get a Crown Northampton shoebox inside. Let's take it out and get rid of the shipping box. Crown Northampton has this white shoebox, whether it's boots or their other footwear, in this case, a pair of sneakers. And I saw this online, and it's a really beautiful pair of sneakers. So let me put the danger away, and let's open this up. Crown Northampton, handmade in England since 1908. So, lovely little thing. Opening it up, we have a Crown Northampton postcard, and on the back it says, "Hello Tech, thank you for working with us again. Hope you like your Harlestones. As always, please do not hesitate to contact us with any questions. Best regards, Team Crown." Full disclosure, these were sent to me to review for free. So let's have a look at them with at least some form of objectivity, despite the fact that I'm very pleased to have them. Now, know this as I take these out of the box. When I started collecting boots in basically 2020, during lockdowns mainly, I actually decided that I didn't need to wear shoes anymore because there are dress boots that I could wear with my suits, and there are different types of boots that would take the application from different types of shoes that I wore. So in fact, I actually got rid of all of my shoes. I gave them to charity. So apart from athletic shoes where I've been exercising in them, you know, runners and gym shoes, these are the very first pair of shoes that I've got since 2020. So 6 years later, my first pair of new shoes, and not just that, a pair of sneakers, which my wife hates because they have this white sole. So here it is. It's very interesting. It's obviously a pair of minimalist sneakers. This one is called the Harlestone. Very interesting color. It's not burgundy. It's not wine. It's not even purple. Because it's Crown Northampton, it's Merlot. So definitely not burgundy. My first impression is this is a gorgeous suede. I believe this is from Charles F. Stead in Leeds in England. It's just a beautiful feeling suede. It is actually made of Scottish deer skin. So it's not just normal suede, it's deer suede. In the old days, and I'm talking about my father's generation, when he got me as a 10-year-old to help wash his car, we used to use deerskin suede as a rag to dry the car and give it a polish. And this, you know, apart from the structure, has the feel of that suede. So let's take the other one out and have a look at them both. Oh, by the way, obviously, they come in these lovely shoe bags, which are What a fleecy material. Crown Northampton hand stitch, made in England, shown on them. Oh, hello, goodies. We all like goodies, don't we? So I have a key ring from Crown Northampton. Spare pair of laces, apart from these, what would you say, brown ones? There's also these white contrasting ones, which I must say, I think I might prefer. So my wife hates minimalist sneakers because she thinks sneakers should be worn in the gym, and she doesn't like this white cup sole. These are a very interesting construction. They're obviously a cup sole, but they're also side stitched, which is very, I mean, that's the sign of craftsmanship, isn't it? Usually they're just a glued construction cup sole, but this is hand stitched on the side. So the sole is also, it's made from lactate hevia, which is a soft form of rubber, and it's very flexible. There's paper inside to give it some structure. Now let's look at both of them. So that's hand stitched with the rubber cup sole. Very minimalist stitching, really. There's a stitch at the back, up the back, and then this fold. Now that's really interesting. It looks like this piece of leather has a tag, and this piece of leather is stitched together, and then that tag folds over, and then there's double stitch there. What interesting detail. The collar has a French binding where the suede goes up to there. There's a piece of Merlot colored leather that rolls over, tucks underneath the suede as well as underneath the lining. So it forms a French bound collar. Very beautifully put together. You can see the stitching is very, very fine. The stitching up the quarter is also very fine, going up into the lace facing, and you get a reinforcement double stitch there and there. The French binding goes all the way along the lace facings down the quarter. This is really immaculately fine work. There is this removable? No, it's not. This comfort leather insole liner is glued in. There is a little bit of foam underneath the heel, I think. So this feels like it's going to be comfortable. I'm quite surprised I'm holding this in my hand because I really didn't think I'd get this type of shoe. But it's really exciting to have a look at and look to try on. So you see, same thing again. There is a single stitch, and that piece of leather sort of flips over and is double stitched over there. Just for a bit of strength, I suppose. French binding, immaculate. Look at that stitching, it's immaculate. Reinforcement stitch. Again, the hand stitch on the side. Cannot see a fault. All right, so without further ado, I think let me try them on and then we'll bring you a summary. All right, let's put them on. I'm wearing medium thickness boot socks, so I'm not sure if that's going to make this a little bit snug. Not at all. That's a good fit, a very good fit. Put the other one on. Interestingly, I find the structure's quite firm because although you expect the suede to be soft, I think with the addition of the lining, it gives it some structure. Quite like that. I will be lacing this up my own way. It's just slightly odd to have a under and over kind of lace. Yeah, that's interesting. A little bit slim along the knuckle of my toes, I think, just there and there. But no doubt that will loosen up as I wear this. Did I say no break-in? I thought no break-in, but I think there's probably a little bit of break-in required just to stretch out the leather. And being suede, I honestly don't think there's a difference. in how difficult this is going to break in. So I expect a reasonably easy break in. One interesting thing is I'm tightening the laces. These are blind eyelets, so they're quite difficult to tighten up. But also as I'm tightening for the first time, some leather fibers from the lining are coming out and dusting it. Yep, as usual, my left foot feels a perfect fit. My right foot is a bit snug along there, and that will just require a little bit of loosening. Very comfortable underfoot. Very, very comfortable underfoot. The rubber cup sole is itself squishy, and there's a little bit of foam under that glued on leather insole that I showed you. This is not a running shoe, so in that respect, it's not sort of, I guess, spongy as you would expect in your athletic sneakers, your running shoes or your gym shoes. But there is a definite squish underneath and very comfortable. The suede on the outside feels really nice. Wrapped around your feet with the lining. Gosh, it's a very comfortable feel. And not having the boot shaft coming up, restricting your ankles, this is a great summer shoe, I think. It's going to be interesting wearing this around for the next few weeks before I bring you the review. I'm in two minds whether I do a quick review after wearing it on and off for a couple of weeks, 3 or 4 weeks, or whether I bring you a review after a very long wear. Maybe I'll do both. Maybe I'll just bring you my usual full review where I'm telling you about the maker, how it's constructed, where the leather's from and so on. And then I'll bring you a long-term review after I've worn and abused it all over the place. Very pretty shoe though, isn't it? All right, let's sum up. So that was really interesting. I mean, honestly, this is the first pair of shoes I've put on since 2020. Haven't got rid of all my shoes, office shoes, everything. The only pair of shoes that I've kept are a pair of gym sneakers that I wear to the gym and a pair of running shoes. And those are the only pairs of shoes I've kept. So this is an interesting return to the world of shoes rather than boots. And I'm very interested in this because it's obviously made by Crown Northampton, out of Northampton in England. An excellent, high-quality boot maker. And I have their Chukka boot, the Woodford, which I love. And I've been wearing it a lot with their rubber sole. In this case, I guess I'm really thinking what kind of use case scenario I'd wear these in. Obviously very casual. I might wear them sockless to go to the shops when it's hot. I might put socks on and wear them under jeans. I think they go for all sorts of things like that. Having said that, it's a mind shift for me because currently I'm only putting on boots. So that's an interesting part. Things I find interesting about this. Firstly, it's true to size, UK 7.5. I'm a UK 7.5, equivalent to a US 8.5. But in most US boots, I wear an 8D. UK brands are always true to size. When they say 7.5, that's what you measure. Whereas with US brands, you measure 8.5, you buy 8. Explain that to me. There is an issue I'm finding with the blind eyelets. Very pretty, but a bit difficult to lace through, particularly when you're in a hurry trying to get to do the on-feet segment of this video. You're kind of struggling along a little bit. And I think in retrospect, I think I would put on the white ones because I think the contrast makes it an interesting boot. So care for the suede is just brushing with a suede brush, making sure that it doesn't carry any dirt in its fibers. Beautifully feeling suede, deer suede, Merlot, not Burgundy, not Color 8, Merlot. And I have to be honest, this is kind of looking like the bottom of my glass of wine when I finish it of an evening. What's at the bottom. So I'm very pleased to get this. I'll try it on, and then, as usual, I'll bring it to you after 4 to 6 weeks of wear, maybe longer actually, because I obviously won't be wearing this every day as much. No breaking in required, I believe, despite the hand-stitched nature of the cup sole. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, you know what to do. Click on like, and if you're not subscribed and you like this sort of stuff, you might not want to subscribe, but you do want to subscribe if you like boots, and this is just an odd relief every now and then. If you like boots, subscribe to the Bootlosophy channel. I'm back next week. I'll see you soon.